Why were early F1 cars so technically limited? Have you ever wondered why early Formula One cars seemed so basic compared to today's high-tech machines? The answer lies in the early days of the sport, where technology was still developing. In the 1950s and early 1960s, automotive technology was in its infancy. Car designs were simple and often featured front-mounted engines, no aerodynamic wings, and basic chassis construction. This simplicity meant that drivers had to exert a lot of physical effort to control these cars. One major factor was engine and regulation constraints. Early Formula One engines faced strict regulations that limited their size and power output. From 1960 onwards, engine capacity was capped at 1.5 liters without turbocharging. This restriction led to smaller engines that produced less power. By the mid-1960s, these engines could only generate around 230 horsepower, which is significantly less than what modern engines produce. Another limitation was the lack of understanding of aerodynamics. Early Formula One cars did not have wings or any aerodynamic devices to create downforce. Downforce is essential for better grip and faster cornering. It wasn't until the late 1960s that wings began to appear, with the Lotus 49B introducing rear wings in 1968. Ground effect aerodynamics, which greatly improved cornering speeds, was not developed until the 1970s. The chassis technology also played a role in these limitations. Early Formula One cars used heavier and less rigid chassis, often made from steel tubing. The introduction of lighter and stronger aluminum monocoque chassis in the 1960s marked a significant advancement. This change improved handling and safety but took time to adopt. Technological innovations were limited as well. Many features we see today, like turbocharging and advanced suspension systems, were either not invented or not permitted by regulations. Turbocharged engines only became common in the late 1970s and early 1980s, while active suspension was a later development. Safety and cost considerations also influenced the technical complexity of early cars. The governing body, Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile, often introduced rules to restrict certain technologies to ensure safety and keep costs manageable for teams. For example, ground effect cars were banned in 1983 due to safety concerns, despite their performance advantages. The shift from front-engine to rear-engine layouts around the late 1950s and early 1960s was a turning point. The Cooper T51, a rear-engine car, revolutionized design by improving weight distribution and handling. Before this, technical limitations were partly due to less efficient layouts. In summary, early Formula One cars were limited by the technology of the time, strict engine regulations, and a developing understanding of aerodynamics and materials. As engineering knowledge advanced and regulations evolved, cars became more sophisticated, faster, and safer. This progression reflects the sport's ongoing journey towards speed, efficiency, and driver safety, rooted in its rich history.